25. This day, 11 years ago, I went into labor at 23 weeks. It didn't matter that I had 2 degrees from Case, that I've been doing research in family medicine and women's health, that all of my background was a health degree. I was married, all of the protective factors, prenatal care, top 100 doctor, who also happened to be a Black female. It was all of the toxicity. It was all of the stress between if I went to the doctor, not from work, blood pressure was okay, but from work, it was through the roof. And then just my nervousness, even almost 10 years later, going to sit in front of this woman and my blood pressure was off the chart. My husband was in the room and I was so overwhelmed because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be blamed for what happened to me. If I was going to have to hear one more time, well, you know, yeah, I do know, except that I know that it's also wrong. And there are times where I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about my own daughters, my 2 daughters' appointments, and I'm like, yeah, one day they're gonna be able to go to Village of Healing. And I won't have to be, like Nyla's poem said, fighting just for them to be. That I can go and walk in this clinic and I don't have to feel like, make sure this ring is on. Make sure that my insurance says something else. Make sure I'm dressed like I'm going to work just to get the basic bottom respect. That I can go in there in flip-flops and then go back home and get on the computer. That I can go with my husband or not with my husband and still be safe. So I don't have a question other than thanks, but as a patient, this is the life that these folks live, being able to be touched by so many of them in different ways, so much so that the 2 things that I would give my life and breath for, I'm willing to look forward to putting their lives in their hands as they come of age for their women's health care. And that I don't even have the same fear that my daughters have now with quadruple risk of what happened to me because of their own birth history, because they have the same brown skin. That fear goes away in my head. So I don't have to carry on my own epigenetics with their epigenetics because there's an answer and there's a solution. So just as a patient testimony, like please don't excite, but this is real life, real flesh. And I am one of the community members that, thank God, I am not impoverished, right? Working class, but I'm not impoverished. But I am a middle class woman who has to deal with this stuff day in and day out. And sometimes we forget those things, although I had every single protective factor. I now feel so much more grateful that I have somewhere to go and I don't have to educate them. That I don't gotta come in being almost Dr. Brittany Pope, telling you that I'm a researcher, telling you that I understand, because I get to just go and be me as a woman walking in to the doctor's office.
Thank you.